I'm John McQuay with 8541 Tactical, and this is our first look at the Bushnell Fusion 1 mile binoculars. We just got these in yesterday. We just had a chance to pull them out of the box, play with them a little bit here. We haven't even gotten a chance to get out and stretch our legs with them yet, but I wanted to give you guys a look at them and talk about some of the features that are available on these binoculars. Now, the Bushnell Fusion 1 mile binoculars come in 3 different power ranges. You can get them at 8 power, 10 power, or 12 power. This is the 10 by 42 power version that we have here. Now, Bushnell advertises these as a 1 mile laser rangefinder. And even on the back of the box, you can see they put distances that they expect you'll be able to range targets at on here. And what they tell you is that ranging performance on a reflective item is out to 1,760 yards. On a tree, you should be able to get out to 1,000 yards. Deer, out to 500 yards. And a flag, out to 400 yards. What we've seen with Bushnell products in the past is they usually tend to understate the performance of their products. So if they tell you that you can range something at 1,760, then in perfect lighting conditions, you may be able to stretch it out just a little bit more. And that's really nice compared to some of the other manufacturers out there that will advertise the absolute maximum you can possibly get out of their systems. And rarely do you have lighting conditions that will allow you to do so. So that is one thing that we've seen with other Bushnell products in the past. This set, I got to use an earlier version of these binoculars out at Rock Castle Shooting Center, and we were able to laze steel targets out to a mile. So they actually did work in fairly bright sunlight. We'll be real interested to see how well these perform based on that. Now, in the box, what you get is, of course, the binoculars themselves, but Bushnell also includes quite a few really nice value-added accessories. One of them is Butler Creek flip-up scope caps. And Butler Creeks in the past, we've had some problems with the plastic being really brittle and the caps breaking fairly quickly. The Butler Creeks that come with the Bushnell Fusion 1 miles, they appear to be a little bit better made than some of the Butler Creeks in the past. The part that is actually goes around the objective seems to be quite a bit more rubbery, so hopefully that will prevent these caps from breaking as easily as they have in the past. The actual caps themselves seem to be a little bit more flexible, but we'll see how well they hold up. Again, these are going to be on a set of binoculars that generally are not going to be out getting banged through the brush like a rifle scope does. If you're not actually using them, they're probably going to be strapped close to your chest, or they're going to be in your pack. So that's not really that big of a deal. On the back, we've got regular rubber eyepiece covers, which are nice to have. And then Bushnell includes this really nifty padded neck strap that snaps right on to the little straps that are on the side of binoculars. So it's easy to attach it when you want to use it and leave it in the pack when you don't. Really looks to be fairly decent construction, not a cheap afterthought. You also get this nice nylon pouch with a magnetic closure, so you don't have to worry about Velcro picking up garbage, and the magnet should stay in working condition for quite some time. The binoculars are easy to get in and out of it with the scope caps and everything attached, so no problem there. It comes with a lens cloth and, of course, your owner's manual. And the owner's manual fits really nicely into a slot in the back of the pouch. So you can keep that with you. If for some reason you forget how to access one of the features in the menu, then you can get to that. Now, on the Fusion themselves, there are 2 buttons located up here. There's a mode button and then there's a ranging button. They are fairly easy to get at when you have the binoculars up to your eye, so you don't have to really fumble around on where they're at. The only other controls on the binoculars are really your focus here, and then you have your diopter adjustment, and then you have a separate focus ring for the display on the right-hand side. The display in the Fusion 1 mile binoculars is a little bit different than what we've seen from Bushnell in the past. This uses a dot matrix type display. So those of you that are old enough to remember dot matrix printers, where it just printed out a series of dots to make the numbers in the displays, well, that's what we're looking at in here. In our cursory examination, we took it out into bright sunlight, and on the brightest setting, you really shouldn't have any problems seeing the display against just about any background. We haven't had them out at night yet, so I don't know when we turn the display down to the lowest setting if we're going to have any blooming issues, but we'll cover that in the full review later on. The functions were easy to get at. If you've ever used a Bushnell rangefinder in the past, then you'll know the menu layout is fairly similar to other recent rangefinders. It does take a couple of button presses going back and forth to be able to find the settings you want and get into them, but once you get a feel for it, it's pretty quick to go through all the different modes and all the different settings. Other than that, the binoculars are powered by a CR123 battery, so if you carry Surefire flashlights or something similar, then you already have these batteries on hand. The binoculars came with one battery included, so that was a very nice touch. There's nothing more infuriating than getting a new product out of the box, you want to go play with it, and then you find out that it uses some obscure battery and you don't have one with you. So I'm glad that they actually do include one battery with it, although the 123s are a fairly common battery nowadays. That is about all for our initial overview on the Bushnell Fusion 1 mile 10x42 binoculars. They are fairly sturdy construction. They feel really well built, and I'm really looking forward to getting them out into the field and seeing how well they work. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments section below, and we will try to get to them when we do the full review. I hope you've liked this video. Please make sure you give us a thumbs up and share our videos. And until next time, get out and shoot!